A lot of people are trying to use blended learning, and with that, it can be sometimes difficult to get students to know or do all of their tasks. So I recently found this idea. It's kind of like a flap where students can quickly move the paper over as they finish that task. And so right here is the template. It can be found in the YouTube um, description, and I'm also going to bring it on over and I'm going to put it in the YouTube chat. So it's in the YouTube description and it's also in the chat. As you can see, this is the example of where I found it. You're going to print page one, and then you turn page one over, and then you can add the done side to it as well. And this was from Nicole. So I found this on her website, and right here's the original. So this one down here, this fitness center task cards, you can see that she added images right onto her to-do list. And then right here, you can again see the done as she's quickly bringing them over. So love this idea and totally want to give her full credit for this. And so what I was thinking was with blended learning, a lot of teachers use like checklists. And because of that, you could put all your tasks here, or you could just print out a generic one and say like task one, task two, task three, and so on. And then once you have that, your students can then say, finished, 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 and they can kind of go through the different activities that way. Okay, so I went ahead and I printed it. Again, this is on one side, and then this is on the back. So I just fold it over. Once you fold it over, there are lines from the table, and I'm just going to cut right there on those lines for my students. You can laminate, and if you laminate, you might want to think about getting, because if you're going to reuse these, that's why I kind of like the laminating idea, because if you want to reuse them, you might want to get Velcro, so that way your students can kind of say, okay, done with that. Okay, so now my thing has all these different flaps. So as my students complete task one, they hide it over. Then they work on task two, they hide it over, and so on until they finish their workboard. If I need to check in with a student, I'm able to, but this just gives students that hands-on, I'm done. I'm done. And they can move those over to show that they have completed those different activities for that checklist or as they're working through blended learning. So again, could be really helpful for students to see, okay, I've done 4 different tasks. I've got 5 more to do or whatever, and then I can work on those activities. You can go in here on the Google slide and customize it for your own classroom, or you could just kind of make a generic one like I did with task 1, task 2. So then the students would look on their weekly choice board and they would see, okay, task 1 is this, and I need to do it, and so on. So that could be another idea. So again, hopefully I can see some great ideas and uses with this in your classroom. I really love this idea that Nicole made. So again, keep sharing on Twitter and let's see what you guys are thinking about how you could use this in your classroom.